Hey, Viking fans, have you heard burn it down, rebuild, draft a QB? What about win now? What if I told you we could fix the D and still draft a QB? Let's talk about that next in three, two, one. Gather around, Skull brothers and sisters. This is Skull World. You can find me on Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook at Skull World. This is brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. Let's talk about how the Vikings can go ahead and fix the D and draft a QB. I am excited. I put painstaking hours into this. This was my thoughts on it. Tell me what you think. Make sure you hit subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. I want to know what you think about how I'm going to fix the D and still draft a QB. Let's get going. Let's get started. I'm excited. Let's do this, man. Let me figure out how I'm going to do this. Okay. How to fix the D and draft a QB. Vikings cap, we are negative $24,551,507. Holy crap, that's a lot. Hey, don't get too worried, man. Don't get too worried. We got some fixing to do. We're gonna fix this. So we're gonna start with how we fix a D, draft a QB, the draft. 2023. We get a first round pick. We get a third round pick. We traded away our second. We get a fourth round pick from Detroit, and we got our fifth round pick. However, it does look, according to some sources, fifth round pick in compensatory for losing our tight end the year before. He's signed for like $8 million. So it was a pretty good deal. And he rated around a fifth round pick because of that. So 2024, we're looking at a first round, second round, a fourth from Detroit, and a fourth or fifth, depending on Rager and stats he accumulated. So we could either have a fourth round pick or a fifth round pick coming back. So that means we either traded our fourth round away from him or the fifth round away from him, and we would get the other pick. Sixth round pick, and we did lose a seventh round. So Kwesi mortgaged a little bit of our future here. It's not horrible. It's not horrible. So we got some things. What we're trying to do is add some picks and lower the cap space. So let's start off with cut Adam Thielen. Oh my God, I don't want to do this, but he is the most god awful cap, contract right now. It's not good. Everybody agrees. And he probably already believes that he's cut. I seen people trading him. I don't think this is a trade. I think this is a cut, unfortunately, because he's going to say, hey, if you're going to try to trade me, you might just cut me and let me pick, because what are you going to get? A seventh round? You're going to force me to go to this team? Hey, I think we're going to give him his freedom. We're going to take a cap hit, but we're going to free up some space. Let's talk about that. So his cap is 19 million or almost 20 million. Dead money 13.5, savings 6.4 million. Now we're capped down to 18 million. All right. So that's number one. Let's number two. Cut Eric Kendricks. Why? Because of this. He has 11 million cap hit, 1.9 dead. We saved 9,500,000. No one's going to trade for him because they know he's a cap casualty. They know we cut him. There's nobody's going to trade anything for him when they could just negotiate him, straight up. And he is a possibility if his market doesn't. We can't get rid of all our linebackers. We're going to need some linebackers, and we're going to have a new D coordinator. I'm not mentioning how we're fixing our D by D coordinator. Whoever our D coordinator is, I'm just talking about, hey, this is how we're going to fix the D. So we cut Eric Kendricks, save some money. Who knows? Maybe we resign him. Possibility. That has happened before. Cap total, we saved 9,500,000. Cap total is now 8.6 million. negative. So we're negative 8.6 million. All right. Next, trade Dalvin Cook. I know what you're thinking. Who's going to trade for this cap situation? 14 million and 6 million in dead money. If we free up 7,898,000. Why not? Why can't we trade him? And I am saying we're going to get a 4th round pick and a 5th round pick for him. That's what I'm saying. All right. 4th round pick and a 5th round pick next year. I'd say it's, and I feel like I'm being conservative because I think maybe top end, we might get a 3rd round straight up. And that's even better. But I'm saying 4th and a 5th, 4th this year, 5th next year. We get a cap total now of 5 million positive, 5.4 million positive. Why do I think this? Because he was the 6th leading rusher in the league. He has burst. He still has it. He'll be 28. They can worry about next year, but this year, if a team has cap space and needs a running back, there you have it. Buffalo. Someone who's one running back away. All we need is 2 betters, man. And we can get that up to 4th round and get a 6th round next year. I think we can do that. We free up some space. Why? And I have a, there's another option out there, but I'll keep going here and I'll talk about running backs. All right. Cut Jordan Hicks. Well, in this situation, also get Alexander Madison. I let go, but I'll talk about that later. I think we got Kenny Nwangu and Ty Chandler. I think we're good with those guys, and we get someone in the draft or free agency or undrafted free agency. So I think we're fine. I don't think we're a big drop off. We were one of the least rushing teams in the league, anyways. Not a big loss here. Unfortunately, I loved his leadership. I love everything about him. I can't say enough about him, but we need to get some cap flexibility. And I don't think there's a huge drop off. And especially, I think Kevin O'Connell will go back to his traditional way he's used the running back in other offenses. So let's talk about cutting Jordan Hicks. The reason why is because, hey, we free up 5 million. We only eat 1.5. It's the last year of his contract. Now we're down to 10,467,000, and we find a linebacker that our defensive coordinator is just going to be happier with. Jordan Hicks we were bad in coverage, and it had a lot to do with our linebackers. But I throw a lot of it at Donatel. I'm more than willing to keep Hicks because I think this is a fair value for him. He did lead us in tackles, so 10,467,000. But I'm freeing up some space. I'm getting rid of Jordan Hicks. Next guy, cut CJ Ham. I am sorry, Jamie from GG Sports Podcast. We're getting rid of the fullback. I love CJ Ham, great leader. And that gives us 3 million. So we're at 13.5. All right. Is a 3.8 cap, dead money, 750,000. This is probably no brainer. We're not going to put 3 million towards a fullback if we're not going to use them, and we're not effective in running the ball anyways. All right. Trade Zadarius Smith. Why people are saying, how could you trade Zadarius Smith? Because he has a team friendly contract, man. And there's going to be a team that needs a pass rusher, and the league is littered with 3-4 defenses. I'm thinking we can get a 3rd round pick right here in the bottom corner, 3rd round pick for him straight up. And we're going to get rid of 16,990,000 against the cap, bringing us to 16,990,000. That means we got $30,507,607 of cap availability now. And we gotten rid of Zadarius Smith because we could get someone who got 9 sacks. And people stepped up. Jones and Wanham both stepped up. We stay in the 3-4. We got those 2 guys that can fill the void for what Zadarius Smith gave us. He had a weak second half. People figured it out. Who knows? This is a situation where we may keep him because of the 3-4. But hey, we're going to save $16 million. and we could get 3rd-round pick for him, I think we do it. Here we go. Extend Kirk Cousins. Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, he's a Pro Bowler. He's a 2nd-time Pro Bowler. He had his best year of his career. I've heard people say he had less stats. He was 5th in passing. He was either 5th or 6th, 4th or 5th or whatever. But he was 5th in passing, 5th in TDs, I believe. I don't think he was any lower than that. And that is a top 5 quarterback in most people's books. He had more yards than he had the year before. He had a few less touchdowns, but but he was 9th and 9th last year. This year he was 5th and 5th. So hey, that's actually an improvement compared to the rest of the league. They're extending him 1 year, and because they do that, I'm saying we can get $10 million off this year's cap. They will put more money into that void year. He'll get 36 million or right around there for the year of 2024. So we'll have now our starting quarterback for 2 years. That's important because we got to draft a QB at the end of this. So Kirk Cousins getting extended 1 year. I think that's what's going to happen. Be realistic, people. All right. Next guy, restructure O'Neal. Of all the contracts out there, his is ripe for restructuring. I'm saying we're going to get 10 million. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I think there's a combination of a couple of players and get 10 million, but I'm using him as the linchpin in this situation. We reduced the cap for 2023, $10 million. Now we're at $50,507,607 of free cap space. We are under the cap by $50 million. Why not? Hey, the next thing, free agency. And this is what I'm going to tell you. So we've now, in recap here, cut Thielen, cut Kendricks, trade Dalvin Cook, cut Jordan Hicks, cut CJ Ham, trade Zadarius Smith, extend Kirk Cousins, restructure O'Neal. After all that, we've gained a 4th round and a 3rd round in 2023. We get a 6th round in 2024. And honestly, I think we may get 1 or 2 more picks out of that. I don't know. I think I'm lowballing us here, honest to God. And I have not done anything with Harrison Smith because his contract, we could cut him next year and save so much more money and still let him play 1 more year. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna keep him this year, and I'm not gonna do anything else but keep him this year, unless someone blows me away with the trade. But I'm keeping Harrison Smith 1 more year. So free agency. How we fix the D and draft a QB. Let free agents go. Let these guys go. These guys probably have the most value. Thomason actually got a $7 million void year cap hit against us right now. Yeah, it could make sense to resign him, but if I let these free agents go, I'm talking about compensation, and I think I'm being conservative. You can have as many up to 4 compensation picks, anywhere from the 3rd to the 7th round. I am going to 3. We could get as many as 4. I'm saying we could get as high as a 3rd pick. I'm thinking 3rd, 5th, and 6th pick. Now, you are not penalized. You are not penalized by signing your free agents, by your own free agents. So there are some guys that we could bring back. Just looking at the list, we let Tomlinson go, Patrick Peterson go, Bradley go. We keep Greg Joseph. We keep Nick Mullins. Sullivan we could let go, but he's not going to help us. Irv Smith, there's people saying he's got a higher value than what we kind of anticipate here. Jonathan Bullard, I think we bring him back for depth. He started for us. Austin Schlottman, who knows, injury. Andrew DePaul, our long snapper, bringing him back. Alexander Madison, letting him go. He's one of the guys on this picture. I think he's going to get signed for a decent contract. Get us a compensation pick. Blake Brandel probably coming back. Ben Ellison maybe comes to camp. Who knows? Oli Udoh priority, I think, because of Brian O'Neal's injury. Chris Boyd, we might bring back his depth and for the fact that he is a special teams ace. Olabisi Johnson, Yeah, these are Olabisi Johnson might be able to come and try to make camp. I don't know. I don't know what his situation is with his injury right now, but those are the things we do with our current free agents. So those guys are not going to hurt us in the compensation. What does hurt us is if we sign big time free agents, that will reduce the compensation we'll get. It's all complicated. I lowered it to 3. Who knows? Maybe it goes to a 4th or a 5th or a 4th or a 6th. I'm just guessing here. I feel like I was conservative on the others, but this is what I'm thinking we get. So now the next thing is I'm going to draft defense. All right, draft defense. We got Lewis Seen coming back to fill that safety spot. We still have Metellus. We still we have Andrew Boo Jr. who hopefully will get healthy finally. Dancer get healthy, Evans get healthy, Samoa get healthy. All these guys are young and can play defense. Bring back a Duke Shelley. I didn't mention him. All those things. He won't hurt us if we bring him back. Now, that's a lot of young guys. That's a lot of young guys coming back to play defense for us. So all we have to do, I think, is go out, find the best defensive players available in the draft. We got Atamoyu also that plays defensive end. He's a rookie. He was a rookie this past year. Didn't get to play a lot. Started to see some time. There's a lot of things that could happen with that defense being revamped. With all the young guys that we brought in this past year, we're going to bring even more young guys. So focus on a pass rusher and the interior line, maybe a nose tackle that's a prototypical nose tackle. A lot of things you can do. A cornerback. I think we're okay at safety. I won't focus on that right now. Lewis Seen's healthy. I think he will be. These are things that we can do. A lot of focus, draft defense this year, draft it. And we're going to get a couple extra picks that we weren't going to have because of all the trades Kwesi did. And that's going to help us. So here's the situation now. Here's the draft 2023, first, third, fourth, fifth, and fifth. So we got those picks. Those are 5 picks that were coming into this. We add another third. We add another fourth. That is my opinion. 2024, we got a first round, a second round, a fourth round, either the 4th or 5th, depending on what the regular compensation ended up being. We don't know yet. That's closed doors, apparently. 6th round pick. We do not have a 7th. Look, we add a 6th, we add a 3rd, and then we add a 5th and a 6th in the compensation because we let free agents go. And that's how a lot of the good teams do it. The guys that rebuild, the Patriots, they let the free agents go. Baseball, freaking the Yankees were doing it constantly. They were getting compensatory picks all the time. Same thing, do that. Get the compensatory picks, get the younger, talented rookies as much as you can, and this is where we start doing it. And so again, first, second, fourth, that's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 picks in 2024, maybe even more. Who knows? Because when we trade down in the 2023 draft, we may be adding compensation to the 2024 draft. So a lot of this can change. And how do we fix the D and draft a QB? 2024 is where we're going to focus on going to get a quarterback. And one of the things I looked at was the QBs in the future. I'm pulling up an article of what the 2024 draft was supposed to look like. An article came out January 13th. The 2024 quarterback draft class is loaded with potential superstars. This is by CJ Munn, and it appeared in USA Today Sports. The 2024 quarterback draft is loaded with potential superstars. Heisman Trophy winner Caleb Williams headlines the group after his masterful season at USC. Williams threw for 4,537 yards and 42 touchdowns, adding 10 more scores on the ground. He is in line to be the next first-round pick from Lincoln Riley's offense. Joining Williams in the Pac-12 are 2 excellent senior quarterbacks, Bo Nix and Michael Penix. The former transfer broke out on the scene with their new programs in 2022 and are ready to run it back next season. Drake May shot up draft boards following his fantastic redshirt freshman season. He helped lead UNC to the ACC championship game, throwing 38 touchdowns in the process. May looks the part of the future NFL quarterback. Texas Quinn Ewers is a prime candidate to make a massive jump going forward. He has one of the best arms in the nation and should be more comfortable in the starting role. NFL teams are going to have plenty of options at quarterback in 2024 class. Here's a complete look at some of the notable players eligible to turn pro next season. And again, Caleb Williams, USC, Drake May, UNC, or USC, and then UNC, Quinn Ewers, Texas, Bo Nix, Oregon, Michael Penix Jr., Washington, Jordan Travis, Florida State, Spencer Rattler, South Carolina. So that's just to name a few that will be out there for 2024, and maybe someone jumps up. So, hey guys, I'm excited. I'm excited to go into this draft with the extra picks that we weren't going to have. We're back almost up to normal. Unfortunately, no second round, and we got $50 million to work with. I don't know about you, man, but I'm excited about that. Skull Vikings. Make sure you hit subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Tell me what you think. And boys and girls, Skull brothers and sisters, I'm out of here. Skull Vikings. See you next time. Cue the music.